Oh, got a friend. Here he comes. There he goes. So, I gotta tell you guys, I'm in the jacuzzi now. It's the second night in a row of me making a video from the water, and today was a good day. But I'll tell you something. I want to tell you about my first. I think I'm going to be coming back to the old adventure lifestyle, as I mentioned in the video yesterday, and the term came to mind as I was just swimming. Engineered adventure, or maybe a designed or architected adventure. So I got home today, and it's Friday, so I get off work half an hour early. I go to work half hour late, and I get off half an hour early. So it's a shorter day for Fridays, and then every other Friday I have off. So it's kind of a weird schedule. This what do they call it? I can't remember, 9:40, something like that. I can't remember what they call this kind of schedule. I didn't know this existed until I came back. But there's all kinds of alternate schedules that people work here that I never heard about when I was living here. There's like the 540, 5 days a week, 40 hours total. You've got the 980, I think that's what it's called, the 980. That's what I work, which is you work 9 days over a 2-week period, 80 hours total. That means one of the Fridays is free and the other Friday is just 8 hours, where the other days are 9 hours. And then you've got the 480? I can't remember. But the last one is you work 4 days a week, every Friday is off, and you work 10 hours a day. And so the place where I work kind of has some flexibility with that. You can pick stuff. And so I got home, it's Friday, and I left early, and I was thinking as I was leaving, I live out in the desert, I live near the beach, and I work out in the desert, and I was thinking, there's this mountain range between where I live and where I work. And usually I come around the mountain range on the freeway on the closer end, and that's about a 35-minute commute. But there's another way I can get home. It's much longer. It's almost about an hour and a half commute, almost 2 hours depending. And that's to go down towards San Diego through on the other side of the coastal range, and then cut in by, Lake Elsinore, I think, something like that, up on the notorious Ortega Highway, which is a very famous, very beautiful stretch of road that connects the desert area with the coast. It drops right into San Juan Capistrano, where the swallows come back to. Beautiful, beautiful ride. Very, very popular with motorcycles. I've taken it several times. It's a little bit notorious as well. It's so popular with motorcycles that it's got a reputation as being dangerous because there's a lot of riders that get hurt out there. But I think, like I always say, that the motorcycle thing, there's the top percentage that push the envelope, that get hurt, that skew the impression for all of us. If you're a safe, careful rider, I think riding's relatively safe. Of course, laying in the fact that you can't control things around you and you don't have the protection of the cage around you of the car. So there is that difference. Anyway, I digress. But anyway, I was thinking today, wouldn't it be fun to come back the other way? On just Fridays, on those Fridays that I don't have off, that I do work, I leave work early, take a highway back, and have a little mini adventure on Fridays before I get home. So tonight I got home, and tonight my wife and I took a walk together. We had a lovely walk through the community, went out and picked up some takeout for dinner for the family and I. Got some great Mediterranean food for Uniqua and I, and we got a really nice gourmet burger place for Emily. And it was still cheap. We bought one entree at the Mediterranean place and one burger with fries for Emmy, and it was $14, and it was more than we could eat. It's over and over again. We just buy small portions and we get by just fine. We have leftovers. So anyway, I digress again. So Uniqua and I were talking about it, and she likes the idea. So I think I'm going to be, the first step towards embarking on adventure again will be to have those other Fridays, those Fridays like today, that I work, but when I leave and head towards the mountains and take that Ortega Highway back towards San Juan Capistrano, maybe stop off at the beach and then come on home. And that'll be the first step of developing a routine, because when I was in Japan I kind of had a routine of adventure. The routine was that roughly every second week I would take one day to myself on the weekend, either a Saturday or Sunday, and go to the mountains. Now, it gave the impression that people got the impression that I was adventuring all the time, because one day in the mountains in Japan, and I could easily shoot 20 videos. And then even if I spent the next 2 weeks uploading one video a day, I would still have excess. That's why I've got all these extra videos now that I call the Lost Japan videos, because these are the ones that just never got around to uploading. And some of them just aren't worth uploading. You get some trash in there too. So I think it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So next weekend will be, and then what's going to happen is, I'm not going to do it next weekend. I want to stay around until my wife and daughter. My wife starts work and my daughter starts school. I'm going to take the Fridays. Here come the kids. I'm going to take the Fridays that I have working, and or they don't working. I'll stay here. But after they start going to work and school, then guess what? I'm going to head towards the deep desert, towards the Great Indifference, the volcano wilderness, and all the rest. Well, I better stop so that the kids can have some fun. I know they want to jump in. It's like hot water. Yeah. Okay. See y'all later. Bye bye.